Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Cortland in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, Dasha and Austin. Good morning. It's Brain and Cortland. Welcome into a Thursday.
Oh, boy. Thursday.
Or as I call it this week, Friday.
Yeah. We get it.
Sorry.
You have tomorrow off.
I did. It was just a random Friday that I took off. I think I have a random Friday next month. And
well, you couldn't have picked a worse Friday.
That's what you were telling me yesterday, and I felt bad for just a smidge until I saw the forecast. Today, by the way, sunny and 69. Tomorrow on Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 71.
Oh, okay. So what are you going to do with your big day off? How are you going to take advantage of the nice weather?
I'm going to go to a park. I want to enjoy some of the fall colors.
I'm going to walk around a park, and then I'm going to go home and sit in front of the TV.
I mean, I can't guarantee the latter won't happen. But, I mean, Holly's working tomorrow. The kids are... God willing, we'll both be back in school by then. Carly's going back to school today after being on antibiotics for a couple of days. She's getting better.
Okay.
Yeah. Kaylee, not so much. I took her to the doctor yesterday, and so she has an ear infection in her left ear, and along with walking pneumonia like her sister, and so she's on meds. So she's going to be out one more day today. So
I used to get the worst ear infection.
Did you really?
And I would get one like every other year at the same exact time for so many years. I don't know. Thankfully, I grew out of that, but ear infections are the worst, especially when you just can't hear anything anymore.
Yeah. Kaylee was complaining that it was hard to hear out of that ear.
Yeah.
So the doctor was like, well, it's really red, so I'm guessing that's probably why.
Stop pressure in there.
So anyway, that's what's on the table. Not a whole lot, but it looks like it's really going to be a nice fall weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny and 73. Sunday, mostly sunny and 77. Look at that, warming up for all you folks that were complaining that it was too cold, too soon.
See, that's like 80 degrees again, though. Can the weather just make up its mind, please?
The lows at night, though, are going to be back into the 40s, even when it's that warm. So, hey, it's Iowa in the fall. Enjoy it, because Iowa in the winter will be coming in a couple of months.
By the way, did you see the moon last night?
It was beautiful.
It was so big.
We saw the moon rise as we were coming home from getting some groceries. And God, it was just so cool. I almost stopped and took a picture, but then I'm like, no, picture with cell phone of moon does not do it justice.
Yeah, so. Tater and I went on a walk last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it's huge. And then I went home and went to bed.
Wow. All right. Happy Thursday. It's Brain and Cortland on K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Love you, miss you, mean it is the latest from Luke Bryan. Brain and Cortland on a Thursday morning, and we're getting close. Saturday night, Dancing with the Cedar Rapids Stars. Cortland competing for your votes, for your love, for maybe a future in the business.
Oh,
who knows?
Yeah. I'm trying to be a professional dancer.
It's going to happen.
Give me a break.
Okay. But you had one of your final rehearsals last night.
Yes, I did.
Did you put the pieces all together?
I think we did pretty well. But my partner did drop me at one point.
Oh. Now listen, you're doing your dance to the routine, drop it like it's hot.
Okay, well that wasn't even for the drop it like it's hot routine. So the intro dance is a salsa compulsory, and every group has to go out and do a little dance. They're all a little bit different, and then you have two tricks. And so my trick at one point, thankfully, I'm only like an inch off the ground, but I have to drop down and kick my leg up. And my partner is supposed to hold me, but I went down too fast. And so not only did I fall, but then he fell over me, and then I just laid on the ground in defeat.
Oh, boy.
I decided, though, if that happens the night of the show, I'm just going to do the worm. If I end up on the ground at any point, I'm just going to do the worm. Because I'm really good at the worm. It's a secret talent of mine.
I'm torn on whether part of me is like, let the worm happen. But the other part of me is like, well, if the worm happens, that means she fell. So
but it's a very short fall. It's the only reason I agreed to do this trick. Yeah. Let me tell you, Brain, I was watching 3 other groups last night practice their dances, and it's the first time I've really seen the other dances.
Okay.
We got the easiest one.
Yeah.
I am so #blessed.
So
that I picked the dance that I did, and then they approved it, because some of these other dances are insane. And I think one of the reasons they picked this one for me is because I am a heavier gal and I can't do lifts.
Okay.
Because I was watching two of the other groups try to do lifts yesterday, and I do not envy them in any way, shape, or form.
You mentioned that somebody at the event on Saturday night is doing the routine that I did.
And I watched them practice that yesterday.
Yeah. To save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yep. There's also another country dance too. I guess these boots are made for walking, although I did not see that one. But I did get to watch Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy once through.
Okay.
And I just imagined you doing that dance.
Well, yeah.
And I laughed to myself.
Yeah, well,
did you have to jump over her like that?
Yes. In cowboy boots. Yeah.
Amazing.
It turned out okay.
That's amazing. But you should see some of the lifts that these gals were attempting to do. And I was watching them get dropped over and over. And I'm like, thank God I'm as big as I am and no one can even attempt to lift me.
The threat is real, man. I'm falling from that high up.
I'm so happy that I have no lifts or fancy spins in the air.
Okay. All right.
My dance is very much boring compared to some of these other dances, but I think I'm going to make it fun.
Okay. Listen, this is no way to champion for votes, by the way. All right. Well,
I just want to prepare you. Let's be realistic here.
There are no big lifts. There are no big fancy twirls. But vote for me.
Listen, but I'm going to be fun.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
And
my goal is to just make you laugh a little bit.
And don't forget, there may not be lifts and twirls, but there's a section time.
There's that.
Can't wait.
I'm going to throw a little wink.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez.
A little shimmy.
Will sexy time automatically just transition into the worm? Oh, it's a sexy worm.
I've already decided that if I make any mistakes or if I forget what I'm doing somehow, I'm just going to start doing the worm.
If that happens,
who doesn't love that?
If that happens, I'm just going to stand up and I'm going to say, give her the trophy. Give her the
slow
trophy.
Clap. Start a slow clap.
That's all I came to see right there, folks. By the way, get your ticket. You can still get tickets for Saturday night's event.
You can. I don't know if we've sold you on it, but
I don't know.
Just Show tickets are like $30. It's a Dress to Impress event, so it's a fun night out. Anyway, we got the link over on the K-Hawk app if you want to go.
Get your VIP tickets too. You can hobnob with us. It'll be fun.
Yeah. You get to go to a party where there's free food and drinks.
Huh? Yeah, and all kinds of other celebrities watching celebrities dance. It'll be fun. It's Brandon Cortland at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk with Randy Hauser and Running Out of Moonlight. It's Brandon Cortland. Hey, we're running out of Tuesdays in the month of October. Only 2 left. 2 chances to have listener lunch with us at Mas Margaritas.
Mas Margaritas, which I believe means more margaritas.
I believe you are correct.
I didn't look it up, but I figured that was correct.
We are officially bilingual. Nailed it.
When it comes to Mexican food, absolutely.
Oh, here's the cool thing. I discovered something that I absolutely loved last week for listener lunch. I had the seafood shimmies, and they were fantastic. I really liked them. It's going to be tough to not order them at listener lunch again, but there are so many other things on the menu I want to try.
Yeah, they have a really big menu. They, of course, have like a little lunch special menu that you can pick from, but then they give you the regular menu too. So really, it's up to you how much you want to attempt to eat.
Fajitas on the menu.
Chances are you're going to have leftovers.
Burritos, big as your head. Yes, I can confirm.
Somebody in our group got ceviche this week, and that looked real good.
Very good, if you like that. Definitely worth checking out at Mas Margaritas. Get entered for listener lunch at Mas Margaritas right now on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Eric Church with Springsteen. It's Brandon Cortland. Good morning. Well, yesterday, a lot of people were shocked by the news that came down late yesterday afternoon that a former member of the band One Direction had passed away. And that would be Liam Payne. And my daughter saw it on her phone. I got done taking Kaylee to the doctor yesterday, and we were at the house, and she goes, Dad, have you seen this? And I hadn't seen it up to that point. And no sooner were we talking about it in our house than you called me.
Well, I was genuinely shocked by this news.
No,
Liam
absolutely.
Payne, if you don't know, was only 31 years old.
Yes.
He was very, very young. And I don't feel like we hear about many celebrity deaths of people that are that young.
I think it was very shocking.
It was very shocking to the point where when I saw somebody share it on Instagram, I said, okay, we're going to fall for this hoax. Give me a break. And then I Googled it and I realized it wasn't a hoax.
Yeah.
And I knew this would be big news in your house because your daughters were huge One Direction fans when they were younger.
Absolutely.
Die hard One Direction.
Had all the albums, had all the posters, had
a dad who sang along to all the songs with them.
All of those are true. All those statements are true. So the thing that's really sad to me is now there's a lot of information circulating around. Some things have been confirmed. Other things have not. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you about things that are being speculated. However,
we do know, though, that he fell off a balcony.
Yes. And so the circumstances around that are not yet clear. Let's just say it that way. However, what is clear is that hotel management had called for help from police shortly before his fall and said that they had a guest there who was under the effects of drugs and alcohol and who was being unruly, and they were worried about his safety because his room had a balcony.
Oh, my God.
And that's from a couple of different sources, including Reuters News this morning.
That is so unbelievably tragic.
And like I said,
help just didn't come in time.
It did not. And I'm not going to speculate about what Liam Payne was or was not going through. But I think it is safe to say, and there have been other reports prior to this day, that he has had issues with his mental health and he has had instances and trouble with substance abuse. And he is far from the only celebrity or rock star or musician to have these issues. You don't have to be a celebrity or a rock star to have these problems.
No, but I think we hear about it more when it's someone who got famous very young.
Oh, my gosh. And these kids were, I mean, like you said.
Nobody was bigger than One Direction.
No. And
at their peak, One Direction was the biggest band in the world.
They were.
You can't even argue.
No, and they were in their 20s. Yeah. Their early 20s when they hit it big. And
that much fame and that much attention and that much money when you're that young.
It's not normal.
No, it's not normal.
I don't know if you're ever really built or equipped to handle that kind of
I mean, look at all the things
pressure
Justin Bieber went through.
Yeah.
And he got famous even younger than that.
So it brings up the point that just because somebody has unlimited resources, and I have to assume that Liam Payne had a lot of money based on the success of the band that he was in, but that also comes, I think, with a lot of pressures and a lot of things that you might not associate with somebody who was quote unquote extremely successful. And I got another reminder of this story, too, this week. If you are a fan of the Green Bay Packers, one of the Green Bay Packers players, Romeo Doubs, was suspended for a game. He came back last week, and there were reports that he was having some issues in his personal life. And it just goes to show you that no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, everybody out there is going through something.
That's why I try really hard not to say disparaging things about celebrities. Because if you get down to it, yes, they have a lot of money and they have fame and they have seemingly everything you could ever want. But that doesn't mean that they're not human beings.
They're people. Yes,
who
they're
go
people.
through awful periods of time, and they have different struggles than the struggles that we have as normal people.
And also whether that's celebrities or whether that's people locally, maybe people in your own friend circle who you look at and you're like, wow, they're successful. They've really got their stuff together. Guess what? They go through stuff too.
Yeah.
And it's just something to remember. And a lot of fans upset this morning because of the death of Liam Payne.
It's just so, I mean, if I called you about it, you know it's shocking. Yeah. Because I'm like, Brain has to hear about this.
Leaves behind a 7-year-old son too, which is also very sad.
I didn't know that.
Very sad. So you can read more about his untimely passing. We do have an article on that up on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Country 98.1 K-Hawk, One Bad Habit from Tim McGraw. Good morning. It's Brain in Cortland, and there is a new energy bar coming to the corridor. But this is far from its first Iowa location. These are popular over in central Iowa.
Yeah, this is an Iowa-based company, which I think is really cool when they're able to expand like this. The first one opened in 2021, and now there are 5 locations over in the Des Moines area, and there are 2 more locations on the way, one in Ankeny and one here in eastern Iowa. And it's going to be the very first one in our part of the state, which is pretty cool.
It's called Hyper Energy.
Hyper Energy Bar.
I'm hyper.
Well, I guess this place is really great, especially for college kids
well,
who consume a lot of caffeine.
Makes perfect sense why their new location in the corridor will be 115 East College Street in Iowa City.
So this one's going to be in the Ped Mall, which means it's going to be a little bit different than their other locations. All of their other locations in the Des Moines area are drive-through locations.
Oh, okay.
So people are able to just pull right up, order, and get out of there. But because this is in the Ped Mall, obviously they're not going to have a drive-through. So it's going to be a more personal experience, a walk-in restaurant. But there's not going to be any seating inside. So it's just a quick stop in, get your energy drink, and get out of there.
Yeah, get it, go, get on with your life.
They also have muffin tops.
Oh.
Not like on your body, but like, top of the muffin
Top
to
of
you.
the muffin to you. Okay,
From Seinfeld.
also instead of baristas, they're going to have energistas.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I think it's kind of funny.
But yeah, they have these hyper-infused energy drinks, which they handcraft there, and they've got a ton of different flavors. But of course, if energy drinks aren't your thing, they also have coffee and smoothies.
Violet Voltage, Electric Wave, Screamin' Green, Adrenaline Junkie, and my personal favorite, which I'd like to order right now, please. I'd like a large jet fuel.
Jet fuel.
It's great. I love it. So,
and there's more than that. I mean,
yeah.
and they, of course, have like seasonal flavors that they come up with. They actually look really cool and colorful.
They're very colorful. I was just going to say some of them multiple colors.
They're
in one
almost
cup.
too pretty to drink.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
I can suck down some jet fuel no matter what it looks like. So
as of right now, we don't have an official opening date for the Iowa City Hyper Energy, but it sounds like they're trying to open by the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
So it should be soon.
We will keep you updated. You can get more information on the first Hyper Energy location here in eastern Iowa on the 98.1 K-Hawk app.
Don't say both. And don't say either one. It's this or that Thursday on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Braden Cortland with you on a Thursday morning. This or that Thursday.
Oh, no, it's not even close.
You knew it wasn't going to be close.
I figured it would be a little bit closer.
Come on. Did you really?
Yes. A lot of people enjoy summer.
Okay.
And the sense of summer.
But you're asking this question in the fall, and we're all in the mood for fall, y'all. So your question today is this. You have to choose between one type of scented candle. Do you prefer the candle scents of fall, which tend to be a little bit more earthy, spicy,
warm,
maybe
cinnamony,
maybe an evergreen tree?
It smells like a craft store.
Or do you prefer summer candle scents?
Some are beachy, some are floral.
Sure.
A little bit lighter.
Definitely.
I have plenty of candles in my house. If I haven't counted in a while, but if I had to estimate, I would say I probably have about 60 candles in my house.
I mean, that's fine.
And I don't have them all out at one time, of course. I switch them out for the season. So I have plenty of summer candles that I really enjoy, but I'm going with the fall scents because I prefer candles that smell more like food than flowers.
You're into the gourmand. Yes, I understand.
I like things that smell like something I could eat.
Yeah. Those are fine for me. I'm going to choose fall. I'm not really I think Holly has a sugar cookie one. I'm like, you know what?
That's more winter, I would say.
I don't want to smell that. I want to eat that. I like the smell of like you said, the spices and just stuff that just is quintessential fall.
I love going into Bath and Body Works and seeing all the fall scents and smelling every single one. And they all have pumpkin in the name somewhere.
Sure. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin speckled.
Pumpkin apple. Oh, that's a good one.
Latte.
Love pumpkin apple. I just bought one called White Pumpkin.
Oh, look at you.
It's amazing.
So go to the K-Hawk Facebook page and you can vote for either fall candle scents or summer candle scents.
Pumpkin pecan waffle is a good one.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Once again, it's a huge early lead for the fall scents, although there are some
summer folks out there.
Yeah, who prefer a nice spring or summer
You know what?
Right scent.
I think my mom would probably pick summer because she loves things like lavender.
Lavender. I know we have a lilac candle too that is very popular during the other seasons.
Just not super big on floral scents. That's all.
Okay. Cast your vote. Results later on in the show. Fall or summer candles.
And then write in the comments your favorite scent.
Yeah, give us your favorite scent in the comments. Let us know. Maybe it's one we've never heard of. Although since Cortland has 60 candles,
I've definitely heard of it.
She's heard of it. It's Brady Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk with Jelly Roll, and I Am Not Okay. It's Brady Cortland giving away tickets to go see Carly Pearce. Carly going to be in town in March at the Paramount Theater. That should be an amazing show. And we're giving away tickets all week long playing our little game, 2 Truths and a Lie.
So we've got 3 facts for you about Carly Pearce, but one of them, we changed it. Now it's a lie. And you have to figure out which one that is.
Oh, boy.
Because I am a liar.
Dirty, rotten liar.
You ain't nothing but a liar.
See, it all comes back to Jelly Roll, doesn't it? All right, here are your 3 facts about Carly Pearce this morning.
All right, number 1. If Carly could have a glass of wine with anyone, it would be Diane Keaton. Number 2, John Mayer is one of her celebrity crushes.
Join the crowd.
Or number 3, her favorite food is Brussels sprouts.
All right, one of those is a lie. One more time.
Number 1, if she could have a glass of wine with anyone, it would be Diane Keaton. Number 2, John Mayer is one of her celebrity crushes. Or number 3, her favorite food is Brussels sprouts.
If you can figure out the lie, be caller 10 right now at 365-3698 or hit the call us button using your 98.1 K-Hawk app. And boom, you've got tickets to go see Carly Pearce March 22nd in Cedar Rapids with your country concert leader, 98.1 K-Hawk. Brady Cortland playing 2 Truths and a Lie for Carly Pearce tickets.
Hey, all, good morning. You are caller number 10. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Greg from Cedar Rapids.
All right, Greg, here are your 3 facts again.
Number 1, if she could have a glass of wine with anyone, it would be Diane Keaton. Number 2, John Mayer is one of her celebrity crushes. Or number 3, her favorite food is Brussels sprouts.
Which is the lie?
I'm going to go with number 1.
Yes.
Nothing against Diane Keaton. She's lovely.
I'm sure that she loves Diane Keaton, but she is just a huge Meryl Streep fan.
Yeah.
She wants to have a glass of wine with Meryl.
Greg, congratulations. You're going to see Carly Pearce at the Paramount Theater next March.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Way to go, Greg. Yes, Carly Pearce is a huge Meryl Streep fan.
As we talked about before, her favorite movie of all time is It's Complicated.
We talked about that on Monday. If you could sit down and have a glass of wine or a beverage with a famous actress or actor, do you have anybody that you just love to talk to and pick their brain?
I would really have to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know?
Do you have an idea?
I think that I would really like to sit and I would like to hang out with George Clooney. We'd smoke some cigars and have a nice one. K-Hawk. Ella Langley, Riley Green, and You Look Like You Love Me. It's Brady Cortland. And listen, we do love you. That's why we love sending you to these amazing flyaways. Jelly Roll is taking over the world, his Beautifully Broken tour. We're going to put you in the seats for his show in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, how would you like a free trip to Jacksonville where everything is covered? That means we are going to cover your spending cash, your airfare, your hotel, and of course the concert tickets. So you don't have to worry about really anything other than finding a great outfit to wear to the show.
That's right. That's right. All that matters is what you look like.
And I don't think Jelly Roll, honestly, is going to care what you look like.
I don't think so either.
He doesn't seem like that kind of guy.
We have the codes that we give you. You enter those codes on the app. The more codes you enter, the better your odds of winning. And here are the times you can get those codes. Weekday mornings at 8:20 and 10:20. And in the afternoons at 1:20 and 4:20. And then again at 7:20 p.m. Just get the codes, enter them on our free app. Make sure you have it downloaded on your phone and ready to go.
It's so easy.
We want to send you to see Jelly Roll in Jacksonville. It's all brought to you by Stony Creek Records and 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Miles on it from Kane Brown and Marshmallow. Good morning. It's Brady Cortland. And we want to ask you a question here. What is the smallest hill you're willing to die on?
It's almost like what's an unpopular opinion that you stand by.
Yep.
And you will never change your mind.
Doesn't matter how trivial it may seem to other people, but to you, you're not budging. I don't care how many people come up and say Nickelback's the worst band ever. I don't know. If you haven't watched the documentary on Hulu, they seem like pretty good guys to me.
Yeah, and they've been making music for a really long time, and they still draw big crowds. And I think it was just really cool at one point to hate Nickelback.
I think so too.
And I think that time has come and gone.
I think sometimes when something gets really popular, whether it's a band, whether it's a movie or a song, it's cool to hate it. And so I think that's what happened to Nickelback.
So that was one of the opinions left by somebody online. I want to run down some more of these and see how many of these you agree with. And then we can come up with the smallest hills that we're willing to die on.
Okay.
So here's one of them. Grease 2 is better than Grease.
No, it's not.
But is there a sequel to a movie that you think is better than the original that other people might not agree with? Because I know I have one and you are going to hate it.
Really? Okay, which sequel do you think is better than the original?
It's not a sequel, it's a remake. I prefer...
Oh, no. What are you going to say, Cortland?
The remake of Footloose more than the original.
Get out! Get out! Kevin Bacon somewhere just had chest pain.
I'm sorry, but I saw the remake before I saw the original, and I loved Julianne Hough, and I loved the music in it, and the dancing was way better than Kevin Bacon. No offense, Kevin Bacon.
No. But
that's not really a hill that I'm willing to die on.
Man, I thought this was going to be a fun break, but apparently not.
How about this? Texting should only be used for short one-sentence messages, not elaborate conversations.
I mean, listen, some people don't obey by that. I personally do because I'm bad at texting. If I have something complex and involving, like you said, multiple sentences, I'll probably call you or I'll email you, one of the two.
Okay, what about this? Dogs belong on furniture and in beds.
Now, I know some people are a little bit stricter when it comes to this.
They want to keep their furniture nice, I think, is the reason.
Yeah, my whole thing is if you've got pets and kids, you don't have nice things. No matter how hard you try.
Do you also keep your kids off the furniture? Because if you're not going to allow your pets on the furniture, you might not want to allow your kids on them either.
I have a spray bottle for both. Off the couch, Chase.
Tater basically rules my house. I mean, he's always on the couch or on the bed. I don't make him lay on the floor.
We allow Rigby to go wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Couch, bed, it's his house too, right?
Okay, how about this? People who correct grammar on the internet are more annoying than the people who make the mistakes.
Well,
I don't agree.
It depends on the setting.
I can't tell you how often I want to correct people's grammar online, and I don't because I don't want to be that guy. But I feel like if you are going to try to make an argument with somebody online, you better use proper grammar and punctuation because it's going to make you sound... I have a hard time taking you seriously.
Yeah, you're not a credible source if you can't even spell right.
Yeah.
Or use grammar correctly. That's all we're saying.
That drives me nuts.
Okay, what's a hill? What's something in your personal life that you believe that what's a hill you're willing to die on?
You have to put your shopping cart back when you are in the parking lot and you take it to your car and you empty your groceries out. You have to put it back.
Okay, whether it's back to the store or whether if it's a place that
put it in a cart corral.
Yeah.
Why would you just leave the cart sitting there blocking a parking space? It just seems so rude to me.
That seems reasonable to me.
And I think part of that is I used to work in a grocery store when I was a teenager, and for a year I was on cart duty. And I really started to get irritated with people who left their carts, especially in between parked cars, because then I have to try and maneuver in and get it out without hitting the cars. Drives me nuts. What about you?
People. I saw somebody walk into a store I was shopping in.
Like, the hill you're going to die on is people?
Oh, I'd like some people to. Anyway, I was shopping at a store a couple of days ago, and I saw a woman walk in, and she was having a very public conversation with somebody on speakerphone.
Oh, yeah.
Speakerphone. Not meant for public use. I've got some phone etiquette issues I'd like to just go over in general. Speakerphone. Turn it off. I don't want to hear about what you or your kids are arguing about at home.
Or listening to music on your phone on a speaker in like the grocery store.
Yeah. Or when you're checking out at a store, whether it's a grocery store or a department store.
Get off your phone.
Get off your phone. Stop having a conversation when the clerk is trying to check you out or ring you up. I think it's incredibly rude.
I'm not going to say that I've never done that before, but I try really, really hard not to. I've been on the phone a lot of times with my mom, and I'll say, hold on, I'm at the register. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Yeah, that's the polite thing to do.
Especially because a lot of times they have to ask you questions.
All right, we want to know what's a small hill you're willing to die on, okay?
Call us, tell us, and then maybe we can argue about it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you want to get into it here on a Thursday morning?
Maybe you
to.
also are really angry at me for preferring the remake of Footloose.
Oh, man. Somebody's calling right now. Maybe you want to talk to us and have us on speakerphone while you're arguing with us. That'll be a full circle moment. 365-3698 or hit the call us button on your 98.1 K-Hawk app. It's Braden Cortland at K-Hawk. Free. Braden Cortland about the hills we're willing to die on. Small ones, big ones, trivial ones. It doesn't matter.
A small hill that you're like, I will never change my mind. I will argue this till the day I die.
Oh, let the arguing begin. Go ahead. What's your hill?
I work in a building that has a public bathroom, and I cannot count how many times this group is on their phone because it's consistently. And every time it happens, they say, there's someone in here going to the bathroom.
And then you think they're talking to you?
No, I just tell them, and they're like, they just continue to talk like it's nothing.
Yeah, so she was upset that people are using their phones in public restrooms.
Yeah.
Public restrooms.
You've never heard somebody on the phone in the stall next to you and thought, wait a minute.
Listen,
are they talking to me?
We've got a private restroom here that's great for that.
Hi, how are you? Good? What are you doing right now? I'm on the toilet? Aren't you also?
I'll be better in a second if you just give me some time. Okay, can we get to this app message? Tiffany on the K-Hawk app says, ketchup is allowed on steak. What in the world happened, Tiffany?
You know what, Tiffany? Good for you. If you like your steak with ketchup, then by all means.
Tiffany, may I suggest a higher cut and quality of steak? Man, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I got yelled at when I was in Phoenix. I went out to eat at a restaurant, and I ordered my steak, and they said, how do you want your steak?
Okay, what did you say?
And I said, medium well. I don't want it well, because I don't want it super chewy, but I also don't like it bloody.
Well, no,
and the waiter was so offended.
Yeah.
He was like, why would you want medium well? And I'm just like, I don't like when I cut into a steak and it bleeds on the plate.
Then you order a medium.
Medium well.
Medium is pink inside, not bloody.
Okay, medium well is what I prefer.
You're a monster. Why don't you take your
Then I'm going to take some ketchup.
Take your tough, chewy steak and go watch that trash of a Footloose remake.
Here's another hill I'll die on.
Oh, no.
I think hot dogs are better with no toppings.
What?
Here's the latest on the singers who bring us America's music. It's Braden and Cortland's Country Quickies on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, lots of baby news today. We'll start off with a baby on the way. And making that announcement was Hardy and his wife, Kaylee, announcing they're expecting their first child due February of 2025. The Hardys revealed the news during a celebration for Kenny Chesney's song Take Her Home. And then they officially shared it on social media. Once again, Hardy's baby coming on or in February of next year. So congratulations to the couple, their first child together.
Okay, so Kelsey Ballerini just dropped a brand new song off her upcoming album Patterns. It's called First Rodeo. And Kelsey says the song is all about embracing fragility, hope, and getting back on that horse. She also dropped the music video yesterday, which features her real-life boyfriend, Chase Stokes. And she said he's the, quote, handsome human who inspired the song and made me love sunsets again. Ooh. Here is what it sounds like.
Never knew I'd have around you. I fell off bait, but I found you. Take my heart, but take it slow. 'Cause this ain't my first rodeo. Let 'em run, baby, don't you hold your horse.
So the entire 15-song album Patterns is due out next week, October 25th.
All right.
But First Rodeo is out today.
Okay, so back to baby news. If Kane Brown and his wife, Caitlin, had stuck to their original plan, their son, Crew, would have a different name. In a recent interview, the singer revealed that they had a different name picked out for their child. Kane says, quote, my go-to was Casper with a K. I thought it was sick. My wife thought it was cool. They told family members And they ended up laughing.
Oh.
So we changed the name. Changed the name because the family laughed. I mean, I think Crew is a cool name too.
Yeah.
With a K. So there you have it. Peer pressure from his own family.
That's
made
really
King Brown.
mean.
It sounds mean, but I'm sure it wasn't mean-spirited.
It's not your baby. You don't get to pick the name.
You got to name your kids already. It's their turn.
Okay. Here's something so wholesome for you. Are you ready for this? Did you know that Henry Winkler is a huge Jelly Roll fan? Henry is such a big fan that he wrote Jelly Roll a note telling him he was great. And Jelly got it, but he didn't believe it was real at first. His publicist had to verify it and convince him that it was legit. So instead of Jelly Roll writing Henry back, he sent him a video, and Henry actually showed that video to Kelly Ripa this week. Jelly said in the video that he framed the letter because he loved it so much and that he wants to give him a huge hug. So I just thought that was so sweet.
Henry Winkler, one of the nicest human bebeings, by the way, on the face of the earth.
And so is Jelly Roll.
They
it's
really
like,
are.
They're the perfect pair.
They really are.
I'm ready for a collab.
Jelly Roll and the Fonz. Hey. So those are your country quickies this morning. It's Braden Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Country 98.1 K-Hawk. Dash it with Austin. It's Braden Cortland, and Cortland going to be out and about on Friday afternoon. Going to be checking out the grand opening or the grand reopening of Stack Wellness Cafe and their Edgewood Road location.
Heck yeah. I'm excited because I'm going to eat food and drink smoothies the entire time I'm there.
I mean, listen, it sounds like a good plan to me. You can stop by. Cortland's going to be broadcasting live from 2 to 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon. This is their location at 341 Edgewood Road Northwest. Not their only location, but this one used to be called what?
They used to both go under a different name.
Yeah.
But they changed the name to Stack Wellness now.
Yes. And so.
And they signed Hannah Stolke as their representative.
Yep. Hannah's going to be there from 4 to 6 p.m. She has a new smoothie that is debuting, so you can actually order her smoothie. She has a burger.
I wonder what's in it.
She has a smoothie. I mean, she's kind of a big deal. So also a chance to win an autographed jersey while you're there too. So Cortland will be there from 2 to 4. Once again, 341 Edgewood Road Northwest.
Come hang out with me.
Smoothies for everybody.
Are you okay?
I didn't say free. I just said these smoothies for everybody.
Your voice cracked.
I get excited when I'm talking about well-blended beverages.
I do love smoothies.
So do I. They're really good.
I have an addiction.
Okay. Well, feed it at Stack Wellness Cafe with Cortland on Friday at K-Hawk.
Life is full of difficult choices. Here's another one. It's This or That Thursday with Brain and Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk.
What that should have said is, life is full of easy choices.
Well, I guess today it wasn't so hard.
Yeah, so our This or That Thursday question was all about candles. And which type of scents do you prefer? Fall candle scents?
Which are typically a little bit spicier, a little bit warmer, more cinnamony.
Yep, or summer candle scents, often floral, lighter, breezier.
Beachier. It wasn't even close.
No, it really wasn't.
It was like 134 to 27.
Yeah, fall wins by over 100 votes.
Yeah.
Which, in a way, doesn't surprise us. After all, we are in the midst of fall. These are wonderful fall days, cool temperatures. Man, having a candle burning, just smelling like, I don't know, what's your go-to fall candle that you're burning at your house right now?
Anything with pumpkin is great. The candle that I bought most recently was the white pumpkin.
Okay.
At Bath and Body Works, which is great. But we did ask, what's your favorite candle scent?
Ah, yes.
And Jan said 'Tis the Season from Bath and Body Works. That is probably my favorite candle of all time. It smells like when you go into a craft store.
Okay.
I don't know why I love it so much. Shell said her favorite scents are sugared lemon zest, which I would say is a summery scent, and then mahogany teakwood, which I think is, that one smells like cologne almost. It kind of smells like a man.
I want a candle that smells like a man, baby.
I mean, yeah. A lot of people said it reminds them of the cologne that they used to sell at Abercrombie. When you'd walk in there, it was just the smell all over the air, and then you'd start choking because... It
smells like a man with tight jeans on.
It was so strong. So yeah, fall candle scents beats summer candle scents. Although I wonder if this would be the same if we did it in the summer.
See, that's what I wonder too. That's what I wonder. Maybe we'll try something spring or summer related when spring and summer arrive. So right now, enjoy fall. Light those candles, but please be careful. Don't burn them when you're gone or when you go to bed at night. That always makes me nervous. I always make sure because my daughters like to burn candles too. I'm like, make sure you put them out before you fall asleep.
See, I don't like to waste them. So I only burn them for like an hour and then I stop because I don't want it to run down too much.
Well, you've got 60 candles, Cortland. Something
I know,
tells
but
me
they're
that
all different.
You've got enough. It's Brady Cortland of This or That Thursday at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country and your all-time favorite. It's hard not to sing along with that. It's impossible not to sing along with that song. It's The Gambler from Kenny Rogers.
I can confirm that because I've had to listen to you sing it the entire time.
Okay, sorry. Throwback Thursday. Brady Cortland, good morning. Okay, something's coming back. Something's on the way back. It's the time of year where we have like limited edition items. I know even McDonald's is getting involved. They're bringing the McRib back. If that excites you, congratulations.
I'm just wondering because Thanksgiving is your favorite holiday, Brain.
It really is.
If this is something that you would be willing to try, if we can somehow acquire one for you.
Okay, well, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza. Do you remember this? It made headlines last year. DiGiorno completely sold out of all of their inventory. And so now they're calling it a fan favorite, and they are re-releasing it into stores.
Oh.
But the problem is they're only going to be available in stores that are owned by Kroger. And I know we don't have Kroger here.
We don't.
So I'm wondering if when I go home for Thanksgiving, if I pick one of these up at Kroger and brought it back, you would be willing to try it. Let me tell you what's on it.
What is on the DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza?
Okay, the pizza contains, it's on a Detroit-style crust, by the way.
Oh, that's nice.
Roasted turkey.
Sure.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Cranberries.
Why not?
Green beans.
Hello.
Sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Crispy onions. And mozzarella and cheddar cheese.
I mean, out of all the things that bother me the most on that pizza,
it's the sweet potato.
Yeah, I'm not a big sweet potato guy. I don't know really how the green beans are going to mix in.
I don't like the cranberries on there either.
You know what? I never used to be a cranberry guy, but now, especially around Thanksgiving, if you just mix just a little bit in, a little smidgen, it's okay. It's okay. I can handle it a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, I'd be willing to try it, though. That doesn't sound like something that would be completely gross and utterly awful.
Clearly, it's good enough that they're bringing it back for another year. So I guess they're only $9.99, although prices will vary by location. So I'm going to see. They launch them this month. I'm going to see if possibly my mom can get one of these at the store. Or, somebody in my family can get one. And then I'll bring it back when I come home after Thanksgiving.
Let's go. Now, the downside is we don't have an oven here at the station.
No.
So you'd have to bake it at home and then bring it in.
Reheat it.
Which will diminish it a little bit.
I could bring an air fryer in. We could air fry it.
That's okay. I don't want you to bring your air fryer. We need a station air fryer, let's be honest, anyway.
How do we get a station air fryer before Thanksgiving?
All right. The DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza, A, would you try it? And B, did you somehow get one last year is what I want to know. Because it sounds like I would be willing to do it. So let us know. You can message us this morning on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Dan and Jay with bigger houses. Braden Cortland wrapping things up here on a Thursday.
Or a Friday if you're Brain. Because
that's right.
Brain took tomorrow off for absolutely no reason.
Well, no, I took it off because I didn't want to work tomorrow. That's the reason I took it off. Listen, you and I have so many vacation days per year. We're not allowed to carry any over. It's use them or lose them. And so we get to a point in the year where, we've scheduled certain things, holidays, vacations, and then we look and we're like, oh, we've got some days left. And so I just picked a few random Fridays throughout the rest of the year, and tomorrow happens to be one. So,
well, great.
I will not be here.
I'll be here.
You will. You'll be, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be Friday.
Fine.
It'll be great.
Yeah, Friday, only our busiest day of the week.
Well, hello.
Thanks a lot.
I think I enjoy taking it off, which just means today is extra busy for me, if that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't.
Okay.
But thanks.
Dad joke to get us out here on a Thursday, though.
Okay, Brain. What is a tree's favorite song in autumn?
A tree's favorite song in autumn? I don't know.
Don't stop believing.
Oh.
Hold on to that feeling. No?
Yeah. No, I got it. There were a lot of different ways you could have gone, and Journey was the way you went.
Listen, I didn't make the joke up,
But
okay?
yet, somehow I'm blaming you. Isn't that's the risk you take with dad jokes?
I thought that was a really good one.
Okay, and you even sang it, and you were in tune. I really should have given you more credit.
Thanks.
Cortland back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 5 a.m., singing all of Journey's greatest hits.
I will not be doing that.
Until then, have a great day. So long.